Here in the ancient city of Marrakesh, people are forced to sleep outside for the third night in a row as the death toll around the country is climbing. The jolting moment the quake rips through the country. CCTV footage shows terrified Moroccans fleeing for their lives as buildings ancient and new collapse all around them. The worst devastation in the scenic High Atlas Mountains, where rescuers are racing to reach survivors trapped beneath the debris. Others are less fortunate. I lost my two daughters. May God have mercy on them, he says. They were sleeping and the ceiling fell on them. Untold victims remain trapped in areas cut off from aid, where winding roads and landslides make much of the quake zone difficult and in some cases impossible to reach so far. Many of those within reach have sustained serious injuries, an estimated 2,000 people, like Abdelatif Aitbella, who can barely move or speak. We can't go back home because of the danger of collapse, says his wife Saida. I have two kids, 4 and 5 years old. If he can't work, we're going to go hungry. While in cities like Marrakesh and its famed Casbah, medieval buildings that have stood for a millennium could topple at any moment, if they haven't already. Here in Marrakesh, these ancient walls made of mud and brick, one of the very things that makes this city just so picturesque, have now made it so dangerous. Fearful of the aftershocks, tourists are among the distressed.
The room started shaking. There's no other way. We was going backwards and forwards and everything started moving and pictures started moving, and so we just grabbed some clothes.
But locals like these, now homeless, have nowhere else to go but the street. So you're afraid that this roof could collapse at any moment? We're afraid, says Hafsa. We just want a place to stay. And Jerika, the U.S. Embassy tells us that they're aware of a small number of injured Americans, but of no deaths. And they also tell us that a team of U.S. disaster experts has just arrived to help determine how America can also help in the humanitarian effort.
Yeah, the devastation truly unimaginable. Chris Livesay in Morocco, thank you.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi made 2024 election news today, announcing that she's running to keep her seat in the closely divided House. The San Francisco Democrat, now 83 years old, has served in Congress since 1987, and she was the first woman ever to serve as Speaker of the House. Even after stepping down as the Democratic leader, Pelosi remains one of the nation's most influential lawmakers.